And at this time, I would like to introduce our guest speaker for the evening, Colonel Michelle Hovland. Colonel Hovland received her commission as Second Lieutenant Air Defense Artillery, Regular Army, after graduating from Southwest Missouri State University. After serving 3 years in Germany, she returned to the U.S. and was promoted to captain. After 10 years of active duty, Colonel Hovland pursued a civilian occupation as a principal. 2 years later, she was back in uniform with California Army National Guard, where she was promoted to major. Her Missouri accomplishments include first female brigade commander and first female to attend resident United States Army College. She currently serves as Director of Intelligence and Communications for Missouri National Guard. Please extend a warm welcome to Colonel Michelle Hovland.
This is my second year to be here, and it's absolutely a privilege and an honor. My name is Colonel Michelle Hovland. I'm a citizen soldier with the Missouri National Guard. I'm Director of Intelligence and Communications. I brought a few guests with me tonight. Two former American Legion Post 118 Auxiliary Presidents, Elaine Basie and Ruth Callahan. They're sitting in the back row. I wanted them to have a chance to experience Girls State, since they usually sponsor several girls each year to attend. And I also wanted them to witness the flag lowering ceremony. I have seen castles and monuments and shrines and temples, even our nation's capital, which is absolutely gorgeous when there's over 3,000 cherry blossom trees in full bloom. But nothing man-made can compare to the sight of 770 young ladies participating in a flag-lowering ceremony honoring Old Glory. I know for a fact that probably several men have died building temples and monuments, but I can assure you that more men and women have died for the American flag and the freedom she stands for. Generations of past warriors would undisputably never question their service or their sacrifice if they had a chance to behold the following generations paying proper respect to the flag of the United States of America. Additionally, I brought my 7-year-old beautiful daughter with me, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Mommy loves you. One of the questions that I was asked last year was how can I have a family and be in the military? Well, most of you saw her in the cafeteria. She's living proof, okay? However, I didn't have her until after I had 20 years, and I'd already been a commander a couple of times. But I know a lot of women that serve in the military that are a lot younger than me that have children right now. But my real intentions was to show her firsthand where I wanted her to be sitting at in 10 years. It is never too early to plant the proper seeds. And just as you will all have seeds planted from this experience, what will you do with your seed? I have spent my entire adult life in the military, either on active duty, National Guard, or Ready Reserves. A total of 30 years this August. And it all started with taking a stand, followed by one day in a leadership position, and that changed my life forever. I had my first taste of leadership during high school as a future farmer of America. Yeah, I could judge those eggs. I was not a superstar, nor was I a natural-born leader, but it planted the seed. At the end of my freshman year in college, my best friend got hit by a car, and she had 7 pins put in her leg. To honor her, I took her place at ROTC Summer Camp. ROTC stands for Reserve Officer Training Corps. And summer camp is a 6-week, all volunteer, no strings attached, meaning there's no commitment to join the military. Just 6 weeks of pay and 6 free credit hours of an A, which my first year GPA helped considerably. But I had no intentions of joining the Army. I just wanted to be a coach, and I wanted to be a PE teacher. Besides, I couldn't get up early. What we call in the military is dark 30 is just that. It's way too early in the morning before the sun ever comes up. Okay? And I could run the bases, but I couldn't run straight for miles upon miles. And that's what you had to do in the military. You had to get up early and you had to run. So the military life was not for me. So as the weeks hurried by, I was sure that I did not want to be in the military. Then during week 5, I was given the leadership position of company first sergeant. The next morning, I woke up at dark 30, 3:30 a.m. by myself, and I ran circles around that whole company, and I felt at ease. Now some may say that the power went to my head. Well, regardless, it maybe did, but regardless, I was confident in my commands and decisions, and I stood a little taller that day. I joined the ROTC program that summer, and 4 years later, I graduated from what is now Missouri State University as a United States Army officer, headed to Officer Basic Course, and headed to Germany for 3 years. Just by standing up, one day changed my life forever. Now this is your day. Or is it tomorrow? You've already taken a stand by coming here, and the majority of you will have leadership positions. Will it seem natural? Will you think, well, heck, I can do this? Or will you have a knack for greater responsibilities? Or will it be a challenge? But after you've accomplished it, will you feel more confident at the end of your term? Only you will know the truth. Other people can witness and observe your performance or how the group performed around you. So what will you do with that one day in leadership? Have you ever heard of the Army slogan or the military slogan that said, join the military and see the world? Well, it's true if you stay in long enough. During the last 29 plus years, I've lived 7 years out of the United States. I've lived in Europe, the Middle East, and the Far East. And within the borders, I've lived on both coasts, and I've lived in the states of Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Kansas, Georgia, California, and Texas. And I've made numerous trips, mostly paid for by Uncle Sam, to Washington, D.C., New York City, L.A., and Seattle, to name a few of the big ones. But if you've ever been bitten by the travel bug, and you have the ability to travel, you will want to continue going to places. On my own dime, I've been to Africa and Scotland, Paris and Rome. I've been to Thailand and Taiwan and Japan. And closer to home, I've made numerous trips to Hawaii, Canada, and Mexico. And I'm not going to stop traveling, because nowadays I got that little girl back there to show the world to. And I got to show her the other states. And I've got to show her what our beautiful state, the great state of Missouri, has to offer as well. There's another campaign slogan that said, join the military and become a leader. You guys might remember as be all you can be. Well, I've commanded at every level and have led troops, both men and women, into battle. I protected our NATO allies against the Soviet Unions with nuclear warhead missiles. I've been on the North Korean border, and I commanded signal soldiers and Korean soldiers to provide reliable strategic and tactical communications. And I've lived in the desert for a year, and I've led convoys in sandstorms. And I've never had to question whether my life made a difference. It has to the soldiers and the civilians that I have touched, and every mission that I successfully met. But more importantly, I have opened the door for other women to follow in my footsteps. In Korea, I commanded the largest signal company with over 250 American and Korean soldiers. In my community, I'm the first to reside and make colonel. And I also got my town a tank. I'm pretty proud about that. And in this state, as you heard in my bio, I'm the first female to be selected to attend United States Army War College. And I was the first female brigade commander, which, oh, by the way, my brigade was the largest in the state of Missouri. I had over 3,000 soldiers. I have had countless adventures, and all because I stepped up to the plate and was offered one day in a leadership position. That simple deed made all the places and the challenges and the adventures possible to provide a journey of a lifetime. And I could also say, woo, what a ride!